Hi there, it's Jen, and I am here to share with you, to do an album share. And a bunch of us on the Nicole Jones Facebook group decided to do a Throwback Thursday where we'd share old layouts or do album shares from older albums. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to share an album from 2008. So this is that album, and right now I'm in the process of converting all my albums to the We Are Memory Keepers Grayish albums, which look like this. They're pretty, like it says, grayish beige color, and I love these albums, but so far I haven't done them all yet. I have to buy them a couple at a time. So this is one of my older albums. It's a faux leather. I don't know who makes it, but it's like a cream color, and then that's the spine. I haven't labeled any of the spines on any of my albums, so I'm bad at that. But I know this is 2008. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the first layout, and I do my albums chronologically. So if I go back and scrap old photos, then I will put them in the correct album for the year, which I've been rethinking, but that's another story for another day. Anyway, but so some of these layouts are older than others, but most of them I created around the time that I took the photos. So this is, for the most part, a 2008 album. The products are from around that time too. So this is the first one, and I remember when I made this page, I super loved it. I loved this page so much. These making memories shaped papers were really popular at the time, and so I have a bunch of pages with those on it. And then I can't remember if I hand cut this or if I used a Cricut or something. I know I used a Cricut for the numbers. And there's kind of glitter all over the page. I don't know if you can really tell. Like, there's some glitter on the photo. That kind of flaked off that make. And there's a glue dot coming out of the K too. Kind of looks like a little booger or something. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I loved doing that. I know this is from the Cricut, this little shape. So I think I had just gotten a Cricut. And my sister-in-law had one too, and we kind of shared cartridges and stuff. So there's a lot of that going on. This is a 2-page layout, so I don't do 2-page layouts really ever anymore, but at this time I still did a bunch. So this is one of them. So let's see if I can, oops. So there's one page, and there's the other. And this was just a trip to the aquarium. I really loved inking in black because it gave like a pop with the bright colors, and the black, it just helped them, the colors really pop. So I loved doing that. Here's another page. I didn't like this page at the time, and I still kind of don't like it. But it's what it is. I was starting to get into rub-ons, so you'll see a bunch of rub-ons. These letters are rub-ons, and so is the butterfly. And again, with the shaped paper from Making Memories. And then I used a lot of flowers too, so you'll see a lot of that. Oh, and then do you guys remember these? I'm sorry, I'm struggling. Hold on one sec. There we go. Okay, do you remember these? I think it was from My Mind's Eye, and maybe there were other companies that you could buy these title pieces. I think My Mind's Eye still makes them sometimes. But I had a ton of these little title pieces, so you'll see those a lot too. This page I loved at the time, and I actually still love it with all of the, this is a good way to use your scraps. There's just a bunch of scraps down the sides, and then there's a bunch of pieces for a photo mat. So I loved that. And then again with the flowers, and there's paper leaves too. So these are all paper flowers from Prima probably. And then this is just a page, a green page on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Again with the paper flower, I couldn't get enough of those. And then these are some big flocked letters. I can't remember who made those, but these are rub-ons too. So again, still into the rub-ons and the flowers. And then you can see there's not a page right here yet. Maybe someday there will be. But you can see right here, I used to, at this time I was trying to get published in magazines and stuff, so I used to write the company's products that I used for future reference. In case I did get published, then I could give credit to whoever made the products that I used. So that's what that's about. Here's another 2-page layout. I'm being too slow. This is gonna take forever. Anyway, this is an Easter layout, and I think this is the first introduction of washi tape. This is a washi tape from American Crafts. And then do you guys remember that floral ribbon? Dear Lizzie had it first, I think. And it came in a couple of different colors. I loved that stuff. So that pops up a few times. And then this Polaroid stamp I actually hand carved myself that you can see around all these photos. And then again, more rub-ons and stuff like that. And I started getting into stamping a little bit. So there's that. This one is called Loves This Horse, Hates the Helmet. I feel like in this album is where I really started, like, at the time I really felt like I was coming into my style. And I was feeling better about how my pages were looking, and I was starting to actually like my pages. Before that, I feel like when you first start scrapbooking, it's hard to really like what you're doing until you kind of get into a groove. And this is like this album this year is, I think, when I really hit my groove. Even though I started scrapbooking, 18 years ago, and this was only 8 years ago. No, 6. I can't do math. But this is when I really started to hit my stride, in my own opinion. Here's another layout. This has a lot of sassafras on it. I miss sassafras. It had some cute stuff. And then I started getting into thickers. So I had lots of thickers, and I still have these same fonts downstairs in my scrap room. I loved those thickers. And then this is, again, using my Cricut for the arrow and for this. I don't know what this is just weird to me, this little arrow thing. I thought it was cool at the time, but now I'm just like, what the heck was I thinking? But whatever. Okay, this, I know I scrap lifted this from somebody. They did a similar thing where they wrote all their journaling in a shape, and I loved this so much at the time. I loved it so much. And I started getting into paint. So this is paint on the background, this like kind of greenish blue paint. Sorry, there's a bit of a glare. This bluish paint. So, and then more rub-ons. Most of my rub-ons were from Basic Gray. And then this is another page that I was pretty proud of. It was red and green, but it wasn't Christmas, so that's one of the things I was proud of. And I loved the fact that my journaling had certain words that stood out, so that was fun. So I was getting into the stamping, like I said, here and here's some stamps. And then these are old Seven Gypsies word stickers. I don't know if you remember the word sticker sheets that they had, but they were fun. Here is a layout or a page, whatever, a page or a layout. So I call two pages layouts and one page a page. But whatever. This one I thought was cool because I went into Microsoft Word and made the text go small like it does in the Star Wars movies. This is my daughter and my nephew. This is one of those pages where I really realize how far photography has come, because these photos are horribly blurry, and my photography has come a long way. So thank heavens for that. Here's another page with that huge flower. Do you see how much of the page that flower takes up? That's huge. And then I had lots of these die cuts that had different things you could fill in, so I was loving those. Another one with a big heart on it. And some big flowers. And that Basic Gray paper that I loved. And I had started stitching on everything too. Oh, this one, the O fell off. This O is supposed to go here. This one says Today You, and then it has all of the things that a 2-year-old does every day, get into stuff and all that. And then it says, but for you, it's all in a day's work. So that was a fun layout to make. This one's a trip to the zoo. That one's kind of boring. I was trying to find my style still. This one's very linear and clean, and then this one has a totally different feel to it, I think. This one I cut out the sun rays and put paper behind it that I either watercolored or something like that, and then wrote journaling in there. So I loved that one. And there's more rub-ons and flowers. Here's another 2-pager, which one of the things I hate about 2-pagers is where it splits a word in half like that. And I know that you can either stitch these together or you could get not a D-ring album, but I really like D-ring albums, so whatever, I live with it. Okay, this is a crocheted flower, and I had my mom teach me how to crochet just so I could crochet my own flowers for my scrapbook pages because they cost so much to buy and they were popular at the time. So you can see there's a little one here too. So I learned how to crochet so I could make my own crocheted flowers, which is funny. Another 2-pager. Strangely, there was a company that sold a package of arrows that they were die cuts, but you had to punch them out. So I have tons of these arrows in here too. And these little tiny flowers. And my cricket again. This one's a really simple one. This one's really simple too. Strawberry Days is like our town's celebration each year. So that's fun. This one I loved at the time. And I still love it. Like the colors, I just love these colors. And there's a ton of flowers on it. And then this basic gray paper mixed with a little bit of Dear Lizzie. And my thickers. And I loved this font of thicker. I still like it. I have a bunch still. And then this one. This might be my page with the most photos of all time. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. This has 29 photos. Beat that. Every year my family plays what we call Cook Family Softball, and the extended family, we all get together and we play softball in the summer, like once or twice a month. So that's really fun. So that's what this page is about. Another 2-pager. This is me and my daughter and my husband pulling crazy faces. I loved this page. It's still not too bad. This one I was trying to get into doodling. I had never, sorry if you can hear that dog outside. It's not mine. I was starting to get into doodling, so I doodled a bunch of stuff and I watercolored it and I doodled around my photo. That was really fun to make. And then I colored in with white around the doodles on this arrow thing. So that was fun. And there's this one with this little paper clip. I can't remember who made that. Maybe it was Basic Gray. And then this one was a paper clip too, and I just cut off the paper clip. And then this one has some sassafras on it. I really do miss sassafras. Good stuff. And then these are stickers and I outlined around them. And then these are thickers. And this is a Basic Gray paper. I loved that paper. So cute. And then this is one of the My Mind's Eye little journaling cards. And I got a butterfly punch. Actually, I got 2 of them. One that was bigger and one that was smaller. So that was fun. So this is one of the ones that I created this year. So this is a case where it does go back. So this is a more current layout. So you can tell the difference kind of. There's flare and there's different kinds of papers and stickers and more layering going on. So maybe you can tell the difference in my style from 2008 to 2014. And then this one is gold and princessy, and it's got that shaped paper, which I put glitter around the outside of. So that's fun. And then the last page, this is the page, I was so proud of it. I painted the background paper. So I'm gonna take this out. I used acrylic paints and I painted that whole background. And I was practicing my handwriting here, so I was trying to get better at that. You can see a huge flower. And then this is one of those My Mind's Eye little title card things that they did. So I loved this layout because I did it myself, the background, and that was fun. So that is my album share from 2008. This has been fun to do a little throwback. Be sure to check out Nicole Jones' Facebook group if you're not a part of it. It's Nicole Jones 911, and there's a group of, I think, like more than 1,000 ladies on there who share inspiration and projects. And like I said, on Thursdays we're gonna start sharing our old layouts and old albums and stuff like that. So be sure to check it out. Thanks. Bye.